join me in welcoming onto the stage Ciru, Charlie's fiance.
Is this thing okay? I would have memorized this, but I'm not an actor. Not even, and I'm not Charlie. Charlie would have needed 10 minutes with this. I promise you it's short. It's 1.5 space and a page and a half, so it's not going to go on too long. But man, Charlie would have loved this. Actually, scratch that. He loves this because I believe in my whole heart that he's here with us. So baby, I hope I do you proud. This isn't how I envisioned Valentine's Day. We definitely weren't going to go all grand. We just want that couple. We'd probably be home, either his house or mine. He'd make one of his elite sandwiches. Has anyone here had one of Charlie's sandwiches? My goodness, I think he put crack in those things. Anyone who's ever tasted his sandwiches can attest to this. Then he'd make me an incredibly strong cocktail, to marinate me. And then I'd probably force him to watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills by the time I was done with him. But instead of that, I'm standing up here honoring this man, and it still doesn't feel real. You see, Charlie was a true artist. He appreciated every form of art, whether it was highbrow, esoteric film, or trashy reality TV, and everything in between. He was not a snob, not by any stretch of the imagination. He looked at art with a sort of childlike wonder, an opportunity to learn. Thanks to him, I gained a deeper appreciation of the creative arts. Watching every film became an education for me. He'd point out the storyline, the quality of the writing, plot holes, the difference between average directing and the work of a true visionary, and above all, great acting, because that was what Charlie was, a great actor. And even sometimes I'm like, hey babes, just watch the movie. Like, not everything has to be a class. But that's what Charlie was. He was a visionary. The way he saw the world was just beautiful to witness. And he never wanted to gatekeep his knowledge. Charlie was a vessel that constantly poured into others. He gave of his time and expertise so selflessly. There are times I'd overhear him on the phone, sometimes promising to do some work for someone. And at the end of that phone call, I'd be like, well, I hope they're paying you. And often than not, he not even gotten to that point of the conversation. He just volunteered anyway. Now, the first time I ever saw Charlie on stage was several years ago when he was still at St. Mary's. I just finished high school, and my goodness, I thought she was so fine. Wow! With that smile of his that lit up the stage. If anyone told me that 20 plus years later, this luminous, effervescent man would ask me to marry him, I would have laughed you out of the room. You see, this love story of ours took me by surprise. When Charlie and I reconnected after I came back from New York, I wasn't really looking. I just was my dad the year before, and I was still trying to navigate the enormity of that was. So he and I began a friendship that later was a tulisema tunasema ukweli. But, after a while, it was clear that there was something between us that was completely undeniable. So I fought it. Then when I accepted it, it was his time to fight it. But there was this almost cosmic pull between us. Let me tell you guys, I'm almost 42 years old. I've never been loved like that. It wasn't about the grand gestures. It was about the comfort, the easy intimacy, that wonderfully silly friendship between us. Let me not lie to you, we've gossiped about most of you people in this room. We have gossiped you. And that was the absolute safety. Charlie saw me, and I mean he truly saw me. It was such a big, beautiful love. The night he asked me to marry him, we were on his couch and was wearing torn leggings and one of his t-shirts. And he got down on one knee and I cried, and to date, that is the most beautiful night of my life. There's so many people here that Charlie thought so highly of. I'll start with his lifelong best friend, Sister Liz, who he called Lizard. He loved you so much, and he used to say, Liz is the best of all of us. And he meant every word. And he's Christian. I don't know if Christian is here. Well, he's not here, he's back at home. And he was the best man at Christian's wedding. Then there was his trip of collaborator, business partner, and friend, nicely there, she put up for nice. There was Nakabi Masharia. There's Silas freaking Yami. Like, stop hiding, we see you. And then, of course, there's Konsura, who was his creative muse, who's watching right now in Bali. Daniel Napolitano, he talked about you guys all the time. You had John Carbone's comments being read that as a really good friend of Charlie's, they call him Bones. He thought so highly of you. It was to start with me. We were here all night. That's how big this heart was. The outpouring of love and support since Charlie's transition has been all inspiring to everyone who has called, texted, checked on us, sat with us, and contributed the time, money, the expertise, the advice. Just thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, my love, I speak to you. Thank you for showing me what true love really was. Thank you for being the perfect example of a gentleman and a real man. Thank you for being the kindest man I have ever known. Thank you for taking care of me. It is a privilege and honor of my life to have loved and be loved by you. Charlie, I will miss you until I join you. Thank you.
And now, for everybody in the house now, for everybody watching, for everybody that loved Charlie, for everyone that was touched by his light, let us have a moment of silence in honor of Charlie Ciru Muriuki. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone. As the tributes continue to flow, we want to hear from someone who represents the wide circle of friends that Charlie had. A lot of them were involved in the industry. You heard her name. Operator and co-founder of the Talent Studio, along with Charles J. Ouda. It's nice, Ivinja. Yeah, keep it going for her. She comes up.
Okay. So, Moffat has been on my case all week to write this thing. And I commend anyone who had the power and the strength to sit down and write it. I tried to write it on my way here. And then I just looked like a crazy girl. And so it's halfway, and so I think I'll just spitball the rest. Now, Charlie and I were child stars. And I say that because we got to the industry when we were 18. And those days were not like now. Now kids are getting into the job at 16. Parents understand the work. And when we were 18, 19, and I always assumed that we met on better days until Nyakafi today sent the Malaika pictures. And then I caught myself there. And I think Malaika was one of my hardest parts growing up in this industry. I say this because I was confused. I was young. I was impressionable, and I mostly fell out of place because here I was a girl from Makongeni and Asian in the cast speaking through their nose, you know. And so it was just a very confusing and an uncomfortable space. And then rehearsals were all the way in Lavington, and bus fare was a big deal, and I'd see these kids who are younger than me from my age driving in and out of rehearsals and stuff. But then Charlie, because it's Charlie, one day he walked me all the way to the bus stop. Alafu struggle na shame because he knew he could not speak Swahili for, and he tried so hard to make me feel included. Point is, that was just Charlie. We are going to stand here, and if everyone is going to come here, they're going to talk about the kind of person he was because of how kind he was. I am sad because I have lost my friend. I am sad because those kids for Talent Studio have lost the good cop. I am sad. It's true, he was always a good cop, and I remember the first class saying there was a rumor going around that Charlie and I have decided who's going to be the good cop and who's going to be the bad one. I was like, nah, he's just a good person. Charlie was gracious. Charlie would never ask twice. When Ciru said, he would say yes to work. That was probably me constantly asking him to do my showreels. And he would just do them. I don't know what's not going to do my showreels anymore. So I know he's looking down and he's happy and he's grateful that you're all here. And I'm glad that while he was here, you expressed how much you felt for him and you expressed his brilliance. The worst part about this day is because we were going to do this thing for the Legends edition and we were going to surprise Charlie. So this was not meant to happen with him not here. But I think one way or the other, life works the way it does. So, to a legend, thank you very much.